Hey, what's up, everybody? Back here with part two of the launch day tips, tricks, and I guess you can call it cheats. These are specifically for everyone, but more generally geared towards the free-to-play players that don't have labor region, that don't have access to the auction house. These players, they have to use every trick in the book they can get, and specifically, you're going to want to get enough money to buy a workers' compensation, which should range probably from between 4 gold and about 15 gold on the new server. On our old servers here in the Head Start, this is funny saying they're old servers, they've been here for 4 days now. Um, but they're ranging, like I said, from 4 to about 8 gold. And you can buy one, in stacks of 10s. They sell really, really quick between that range. So they should still roughly be around 4 to 10 to 15, depending on the server over there. So you're going to want to get that much gold as soon as possible. And the reason why is this gives you 1,000 labor. These prices are stupid. If you can't make 4 gold, 6 gold, 10 gold with 1,000 labor points, just quit and leave the game right now. You're stupid. If you can't make 10 gold with 1,000 labor, it's just ridiculous. Think of labor as money. Labor is the currency that everyone wants and that you slowly get over time. You have to eat these labor potions because you can make so much money with them, and you also make free experience with them as well. So not only is labor money, but labor is experience. So we'll go into how you actually make money off these things. Anything you plant costs labor. So if you plant a seed, you buy a seed from the seed merchant, it's like 1 silver. You plant it in 4 hours, you get 4 little seedlings, 4 little guys, say mushrooms. So now those mushrooms that you just planted cost you 1 labor to harvest, and it costs you 1 labor to actually plant if it's outside of your protected farm. So that's 2 labor right there. And you get 4 little guys, and you sell those guys for like 5 times profit of whatever the seed cost. So you're always generating money. Like in that example, we'll do the mushroom. So the mushroom seed cost, I believe it's 1 silver. And when you make a mushroom, it grows. It takes 2 hours to grow. And you get 3 to 4 material, or 2 to 4 materials, typically 3, and a chance for a rare material. So again, it costs 1 silver to buy the seed. And then you make about 3 seeds on average. So it costs 1 silver, and you make 3. You sell those 3 for, right now, currently 3 silver each, so 9. So you would make 8 silver profit on 2 labor points. I don't know, that's a crappy example, but that you made 8 silver on 2 labor points. So if you do 20 labor points, you just made 80 silver. If you do 200 labor points, you just made 8 gold. Okay, that's 200 labor points from a crappy item like a mushroom who's not going to generate you much profit. Now, if you actually go and do other things that are going to generate more profit, then you're looking at stupid amounts of gold and income. Some people like to do trade packs. Trade packs are okay. They cost 120 labor, and you get paid in 22 hours. I'm not a fan of trade packs because of the delay in pay, and also there's other things that are better to actually, use your labor on. And the one thing, as soon as the server starts, the best thing to use your labor on is logs and lumber, wood. So we talked about in the other video a public tree farm, and that public tree farm is a gold mine. Get there as soon as possible. Make sure you plant your 5 horn bark samplings. Those guys right there, you get to plant them for free, which is a great benefit of using a public farm. And then every 8 hours, you can harvest them. Those guys are going to generate you about 2 gold every tree. The only downside is that it takes 25 labor to chop down that tree. So you have to be logged on for at least, almost, 2 hours? Because you're going to have 5 trees at 25 labors a piece. That's going to be 125 labor to chop down in 8 hours. So save up all your labor, chop down those 5 trees there. You're going to spend 125 labor, and you're going to generate around 10 gold, give or take, for 125 labor. And all you got to do is plant trees in a public farm area. Let's pull up the map here for you. So if you're this is on the East faction here. If you are a Harani, you start over here. If you are a cat person, you start over here. And they all end up making their way through here, through here, through here. And this is where the public farm is. This is where you want to go first. You want to get here as soon as possible is the public farm. And there's actually a really, really cheap way to get here. If you are a Harani, these guys, all you have to do is you glide from here down to the middle ports. So you can glide, and then you can run over, and then you can possibly even mountain hop over those guys, glide over, and get right over here to the public farm. Again, is right here. Big public nursery for trees. You can plant 5 hornbeam samples every 8 hours as long as the whole land is not full. And that's going to generate you a lot of gold. So now you're going to take that 10 gold that you got after 8 hours have elapsed. If you are a free person, you're going to have to sell them via the trade window. So you're going to have to shout in looking for game. You're going to have to shout over here in the trade. And it's really simple. You can shout in faction, selling lumber, X amount of gold, blah, blah, blah. Tell me how many you have. Or you can also chat / trade, and that'll bring up the specific trade menu. You can also left click, and see all the little chat functions that you have. You can spam that and everything, and someone will buy your trees really, really quick, especially in the beginning of the server, if you give them a decent price. Give them a lower price than what the lowest price is on the auction house, which is probably going to be around 30 to 40 per log. So give them 30 or 28, whatever. You're still going to be making 2 gold per tree, and you're going to have 10 gold to play with. And that right there will be able to buy you a workers' compensation potion, which you'll get 1,000 labor. And now you can do a lot of different things with your labor. And your money is just going to snowball, because everything you do labor-wise is going to generate you money. You really have to be stupid if you are losing money with labor. So yeah, so every 12 hours, try and buy a workers' compensation potion. Because in that example, just on the trees, you can make 30 gold with 375 labor in 1 day. So in 3 days, that will be 1,000 labor. You made 90 gold off of that one workers' compensation potion. You see what I mean? And you can also try and plant illegal farms, but that where you may lose labor because you're planting them unprotected out in the wild, and others can come and steal your trees. So, and it also does cost labor to plant out in the wild. So public farms are a great, great benefit. Make sure you get over here to Saul's Headlands, get over to the public nursery, and plant your 5 trees as soon as possible. They filled up within the first day on the Head Start server. So a lot of the players may not know at launch. The free players, the new players, they're not going to know about the public farms. But there are going to be people transferring over, and anyone that's watched this video or some other videos on the public farms, they know about it. So get there at least within the first day. You might be able to find spots on the second day, but why wait? If you can get there on the first day, you can generate at least 2 batches of trees. You can plant one, 8 hours later, cut those down, plant them right before you go to bed, wake up the next day, and get those trees again and make tons and tons of gold. So, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below.